delicious water, by the way. Alright, OBS
Sure,
says it's
tasty.
live. Let's see what YouTube says. What does the YouTube say? What does the fox say? Oh, ding, 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 ding. I don't know why.
Alright, give me a second.
Just popped in my head. Alright, YouTube's up. It says we're streaming. It says we're live. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we are playing Mass Effect, the first game. This is actually one of my favorites in the series. I actually rather enjoyed the first game. A lot more than most people seem to, apparently. There's a lot of people who are like, the first game sucked. The second game was like, the second and third game so much better. And it's like, I agree to some extent, but I still really enjoyed the first one over the other two. There's a lot of things they improved on between the first and the second, and then when they got to the third one. But I really liked the story in the first game. Like, a lot. Anyway, let me click into the game here. Let me check my options real fast. Gotta check my settings. Make sure, let's see, difficulty, insanity, yes. Absolutely. We're going all the fucking way. Auto level off, target assist, normal. Squad usage, yes. Autosave, subtitles, yes and yes. Check my sound here. I think I'm going to leave it like that. If things get a little too crazy, we can always drop the volume down a little bit. Input is good. Graphics on high, because my computer's amazing like that.
Thanks, game.
Say what?
I thought you couldn't change, like, difficult settings and stuff like that in game. Granted, it's been a while since I played it. So.
Difficulty? Yeah, you can change it in the game. It won't count for things like achievements or whatnot if you were playing on Steam. But that's not what I was looking at. I was looking at sound. I was looking at like dialogue volume and stuff like that, and I said if it's too loud, I can always just knock it down later. And I believe we are ready. Start a new.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
We're gonna reload
Classified
that game
information
I've been working on for a while.
requested.
Finally got it. My character
Establishing
almost to max
secure
level
connection.
for this little stream.
Secure connection confirmed.
You kind of sounded a bit robo on my end, but at least on the YouTube end, you sounded just fine.
Select existing ID. Shendu Shepherd, level 57, created on 18/7/2017. Origin Spacer, Repetition, Soul Survivor, Class Infiltrator, level 57, time played 36 hours and 29 minutes. Yes, that has been, all those hours have been spent for this exact moment for you, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna fucking do the full game, get every little bit of detail, including all those Asari matriarch writings. And then we're going to transfer that to the second game, work on that one until it's ready to be streamed, and then we'll do and rinse and repeat the same process through the second game, into the third game, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and select that one, start game. Let's do this shit! You ready, Carrie?
Oh, yeah.
High five!
Let's do it!
Yeah! Okay, shh.
So, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacer civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed a startling new technology, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis of incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy called it... Wait for it! Mass Effect! Yay, title drop. Yes, I read really fast because I wasn't sure how long it was going to stay on screen.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander? Jenkins?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
Excuse me, Commander coming through. I am Commander Shepard. This is my favorite ship.
Word is green. Approach run has begun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making that joke a lot. Anyone who's played Mass
Hitting the relay in 3, 2,
Commander Shepard, this is my favorite part.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I agree.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Yeah, I get it.
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
I can't
possibly
imagine
why.
So, Carrie, tell me, have you ever played Mass Effect?
Yes, I have.
Excellent. What do you think of the game?
I mean, I like the series. And I wasn't really that bummed out with the ending of the third. I mean, I still thought it was a decent enough ending.
And the problem is they built it up really hard and then expectations.
Kind of is. The problem though is like basically the way they built the Reapers up. Even from the first game, I'm thinking they're going to have to do a Deus Ex Machina, aren't they?
Delicious life-giving water. Which game was your favorite in the series? There we go, Presley.
Congratulations, Commander.
I have to say probably the third one, if based on the amount of hours I put into the game. That multiplayer was really addictive.
My favorite was always the first one, but the second one has really interesting DLC. It's got some of the most interesting DLC out of the series. My personal favorite one being, of course, The Lair of the Shadow Broker. I love that fucking DLC so much.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander, just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper. Less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Good old Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden
solely
Prime
to
too
be
long.
murdered in the first hour of the game.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real
He
action
doesn't even
usually
last
ends with
5
me
minutes
patching up
into the
crew
mission.
members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down.
Oh, you need a red shirt.
A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me.
He exists only to fill up the space on the team to die so that we can get Williams.
Yep.
Just treat this like every other assignment.
Plus, it doesn't exactly help that his first name starts with the letter L.
You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do.
Leroy Jenkins! Oh God, why?
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
I try not to think about a cruise.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
That is true.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander. Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
The captain's waiting
Goodbye,
for me.
Commander.
So can we go off the rails? Nope. It won't let me go any other part of the ship. I can't go off the rails in this crazy train. What's up, Nihilus?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
About?
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I guess. I've never been there.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Where are you going with this, Nihilus?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
How could you?
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
What the hell is a Prothean?
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Good.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Oh.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would you go and do that?
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
In case most of you haven't figured it out quite yet, I do play Paragon. I don't play Renegade Shepard. So those of you waiting for me to start just punching people in the face, yeah, that's not happening.
To be fair, there are some really nice Renegade interrupts in second and third games.
Oh, there are, but I don't normally do most of them.
They were
a couple of them I do because they don't really change much if you don't do them.
Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how
like
or
when
why,
I
though I've heard plenty of theories.
Stab that one Batarian with
everyone
the
agrees.
With the tool
Galactic
when you're getting
civilization wouldn't exist
Garrus, or
without
when
them.
you're
Their Citadel is the very heart of galactic society,
loyalty
and without their
mission,
mass relays, interstellar travel would be
doing
impossible.
A lot of shit talking, and you
we
shoot
all
the
owe the Protheans a
the
great
fucking
debt.
gas tank underneath his feet, and it explodes. That was fun. It's just like you talk too much. Boosh! Ah, I'm on fire!
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents
Really
something
hot in
much
my
bigger. Eden Prime is one of our
Take your shirt off.
It's already off.
It proved we were ready to face
Take
the
your pants
challenges of
off.
setting new
Working on
worlds,
it.
to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Oh no!
What's wrong, Joker?
Problem.
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Holy shit.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
Shaky cam footage.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Air Magid! Giant space spiders! Space spiders!
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead.
Do the Spectacular Spider-Man theme song. Or not Spectacular, fuck. What was it? Amazing Spider-Man, I think it was. The one back in the 90s.
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Negative, Captain. Survivors are always my top priority.
You're coming with us?
Yep.
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
We are approaching drop point 2.
we'll just hit auto level up for Jenkins because he's going to be dead in about 5 more minutes. So, doing all his points in all super special ways, completely and absolutely. Guess what? Take it away, Kiri.
Pointless?
Yeah! Absolutely useless.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
Look at the disparity between
What the hell are those?
Gas bags.
Like one
Don't worry,
layer.
they're harmless.
Caden's got 4. I have 1, 2, 3. I have like 6 layers.
Yeah, it kind of shows what we really think of him.
Yeah, I should probably check my equipment too. Hollies, and there's Rex. That's Turian. I guess I usually give that to Garrus. That's Hollies on the I like to picture this massive battle going on behind me while I'm just playing around with my inventory.
Yep.
Commander, we need help! They're shooting us! Hold on, I'm converting things into Omni-Gel. Give me a minute. But Commander, we're dying! I said give me a damn minute! No respect around here.
You're the superior officer.
There are bodies everywhere! Nobody cares. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite activity on the Citadel. I'll take it. They're right tens.
Damn! Clear.
That's not bad. That's right, I can shoot and run at the same time. I'm fucking amazing.
All targets down.
This is what we call war, Jenkins. It's called war. Alright, I don't say anything. Jenkins, move forward. Make sure you get into cover, Jenkins. Don't just stand out in the open. Jenkins, no! I told you to use cover, you goddamn moron! Dampening can sometimes stun a target, so it's really good for those things. Jenkins! No! Teabag.
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Alright, Caden, let's go. Advance forward. Fucking gas bags. Assault drones!
Check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Upgrade kit. Gimme. Ooh, that's scram bro. Sweet. And I got a grenade and some Medi-gel. Yay! Get fucked, assault drone! Bitch. Run, Williams, run! Nice shot. What's going on? What are you doing to me? Oh God! Why is there a spike in my chest? Why you do this to me? Caden, do you mind not shooting right fucking next to me and shaking my damn camera up? Asshole. Headshot.
Thanks for your help, Commander.
For those of you wondering, yes, my class is Infiltrator. I always like the combat tech sniper type of character. Personal favorite of mine.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call.
Like I was
but they
holding
cut
my
off our
sniper rifle, but in the
communications.
cutscene I'm holding
I've been
an assault
fighting for
rifle.
my life ever
You
since.
know, that gun that I never fucking use.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double
that's
back
a soldier's
to the beacon,
weapon.
but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
I do like in the second game they actually limit to what kind of guns you actually carry. So only certain classes can use certain guns.
Yeah.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have
It
done
makes
anything
them
to
seem
save
more distinct from one another.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
Oh, the
Geth haven't
global
been seen outside the
cooldown
Valley in
on
200
your
years.
abilities was
Why
like
are they here
really
now?
annoying between the first and the second game.
They must have come for the beacon.
Glad they kind of did away with that in the
Site is
third
close,
one.
just over that rise. It might still be there.
Not really. There's still a few seconds between each ability that you have to wait in order to use the next ability. Whereas in the first one, you could literally spam chain them one after another. It makes playing the adept, the full biotic class, a lot easier. Because in the second game, they take a massive hit, in my opinion, which is what makes the Vanguard a little bit better. Because you still have that fucking honking shotgun to use when you're waiting for your biotic abilities to kick off.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site.
How unique...
I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
It's all white and pink instead of the usual black and red, like everyone else's.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime, none that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Shield interface 10. Awesome. I can get my shield bonus from a 140 to 160. Oh, sweet! Medical exoskeleton 10. I can increase my health regen from a 4 to a 4.5 with an 80% tox resist. And reduction of my power downs. Cooldowns. Hell yeah! Bitches. Let's look at William's abilities here. First things first, let's put some damn points into our assault rifle here. That's her name right there. Combat armor as well. That's our soldier. Let's get some assault training in here.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
So, Carrie, in the first game, who do you leave to die in Vermeer?
Caden.
Everyone always picks Caden. I have yet to figure out why. Is it just because Williams is a woman?
Something about Caden that usually just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, but you're not the only person that's ever picked him. like almost everyone I've ever heard from or talk about the game, nobody likes Caden. And I don't understand why. Personally, I liked Caden. He's my favorite. I like his open way of thinking and his logical ways of conversation. He's an interesting person to talk to. Plus, Williams is a xenophobe. I don't like xenophobes. She just rubs me immediately the wrong way in like the first 5 minutes of talking to her. Once you start realizing what her kind of personality is, it's just like, oh, so you're a racist fucking xenophobe. Awesome.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were
try
lucky,
to romance any of your crew
maybe
there,
hiding
Karen?
up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the
Yeah.
ramps.
Which one?
Let's see. Done Liara, Ash, Tali.
I want to check it out.
Well, I meant like which one do you usually pick? In the first one.
It's going to either usually be a Liara, usually.
Yeah. I usually pick Liara too. Usually because Williams is dead, so I can't sleep with her.
Yeah, you could, but she's kind of atomized.
Nuclear explosions usually do that to a person. But when I hit the second game, because originally if the option had existed in the first one, I would have gone with Tali first.
Oh god, they're still alive.
Tali was like way more interesting.
What did the Geth do to them?
Liara was. And like the first few minutes of talking to Tali, I was like, you're interesting, I like you. So the whole Quarian ways of things. The Krogan too. Krogans are awesome. So I usually end up taking Tali and Rex as my usual squad. First one. Get up, Caden.
Now we know what those spikes are for. Turning our own dead against us.
But had I had the option to romance Tali in the first one, I would have taken that one over Liara. Which is why I'm glad they made it an option in the second game. Super fighting.
That door. It's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Yeah, no shit, bitch.
Don't
move! Oh, wait, you're
Thank
just
the
humans.
Maker. Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers. Bringers of darkness. Heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him. The Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
You're wasting your time. The age of humanity is over. Our extinction is inevitable.
Manuel, I need to ask you something.
It's probably best if you just leave him alone.
I don't have time for this.
Time? Our time is over.
Manuel is such a bright beam of sunshine, isn't he?
Yeah. It's always fun to smack him.
I usually try not to do things like that. You know, Paragon and all. But don't mistake my reasons for being Paragons, folks. I choose to be the good guy because I do it for evil reasons. The rewards are better for being the good guy, Paragon of virtue and justice. Everyone wants to laud you with the rewards because you're such a nice and great person. Whereas if you're an asshole, then everyone's like, man, you're badass, but you're such a dick. Fuck off.
Yeah, in a case like that, somebody's house needs to burn down.
Try on. Or you could just, like, not be a douche, and they will, like, literally sell you their house.
Sure, the problem is they tend to roll ones on diplomacy checks like that.
Saren, what are you doing here? I never would have expected to see you.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Legasp! Betrayal! Intrigue!
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a big ass ship, that's what it is, kid.
Look at the size of it.
Kill the zombies. And the Geth.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was,
indoctrinate everyone!
It felt like it was tearing right through my skull.
Mind control sounds!
Impossible to think.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your
Excellent.
contact
Now
at the
I
spaceport,
can sell
Cole?
it.
What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Save real quick. I need to go to the bathrooms. We'll be right back, folks. Right back. So, Kerry, tell me. How much do you know about D&D?
Which edition?
3.5. Although the conversation that I'm about to lead into doesn't really have much need to know what edition it is.
A bit, I'd say.
So I'm creating these unique items for my party to, get as rewards. Alright. Right now they're mostly just rings, magic rings that I can use just to drop on them, give them like neat little effects for temporary usages. Shendu speak good, yeah.
Commander.
Yeah.
It's Nihilus.
But anyway, I got a couple of neat things in here. Like the one I was really proud of was the Ring of Luck, which has a one-time use, after which the ring disintegrates. and it allows them to re-roll any d20 roll.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Be this attacks, skill checks,
don't shoot! I'm one of you. I'm human.
Anything.
Nice.
Yeah, and then of course I created the opposite. Ring of Misfortune. They can make the enemy re-roll a d20 roll. Good if the enemy rolls a crit and they're like, nah, let's re-roll that. Got the Ring of Shielding, negate damage of one attack. Ring of Healing, cure serious wounds. I think, yeah, I put 2 uses on that. Ring of Regen, fast heal 10 for 5 rounds, 1 use. Ring of Ram, 3 uses. Destroy obstacles with Wave of Force. Good for like destroying barriers and knocking people on their asses and stuff like that.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
Any other suggestions?
I was hiding from those
about
creatures.
Kick-ass
My name's Pal.
items.
I saw what happened to that Turian. The other
other things to give them.
What kind of classes are your players?
One's playing a druid. He's a frontline druid with a black bear as his animal companion.
He was waiting when your friend showed up.
He's more like a barbarian than a druid.
Saren.
Pretty much think of how you would play a barbarian, and then put him in the druid.
Your friend seemed to relax.
That's pretty much what you got there. He's got high strength, high con, high wisdom.
Saren killed him.
Beats the shit out of things with that big ass fucking bone clubs and shit.
Just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Throws a magic spell out every once in a while. He doesn't use his magic very often. His animal companion and him just kind of like fucking spit roast things to death. Then we got the other 2 guys are multi-class characters. We have one that's a rogue scout and the other which is a swashbuckler fighter. The fighter is a knife specialist, 2-weapon fighter, and he took a few levels in swashbuckler so he can add his intelligence to his damage. So he's got like a plus 10 or so to the damage of his D4 daggers. So he's dishing out some pretty decent damage. And he wears lighter leather armor rather than wears the typical fighter's heavy armor. Although his AC is like 24 because of his ridiculously high dex, and he's got like armor bracers and 2-weapon defense and stuff like that. And then the other one's a rogue scout, and he's a hand crossbow user. He uses the scout skirmisher combined with the rogue sneak attack to do buckets of damage if he attacks from hidden. But yeah, that's what they got. That's the makeup of the party. There's only 3 of them.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the space.
Maybe a kick-ass item.
It's over on the
Do you want it to
Probably where that
be like
guy
something
Saren
that's
was
good
headed.
or something bad or something that could just be random?
I knew that beacon
Simple little items I can just kind of like throw at them for
that damn mothership
like
showed up.
Because like all the items I've already mentioned are like one or 2 uses.
If I'd been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You know, instead of dropping like a potion on him, I can drop like, you now have the Ring of Luck. Allows you to re-roll d20 rolls. You know, stuff like that.
Okay,
How come you're the only one who survived?
One time use
Why didn't
ring,
anyone else try to
it
hide
has
behind
2
the crates?
effects.
They
Basically, it'll grant enlarge person at whatever it is you want it to, as well as increased strength plus 6.
Wait a minute. You were hiding.
That's a little too powerful. I don't want to give them that. I don't want to give them that. They will break the game if I give them
Sometimes
something
I
like
need
that.
a nap to get.
You don't know my
shift.
players.
I sneak off.
One of them is my brother.
40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
He's the one playing the
You
druid.
survived because you're lazy?
Remember when I told you he's pretty much playing a barbarian?
If you hadn't snuck off,
He's so close to a damn barbarian. I created a
others.
unique item that gave him barbarian rage.
Yeah, I guess.
I called it the belt of the raging boar. It's this big girdle belt, kind of like a WWE championship belt, boxing championship belt. You know, those kind of things. Sports belts. And it's got like this fucking picture of an angry boar on it. It's got like little druidic symbols on it, and like boar hair and leather made out of boar hide and stuff like that. But when he activates it for about I think I made it for 5 rounds. He can use the Barbarian Rage ability as it's listed in the game books.
Does he also have Frenzy Berserker?
He's a druid. He didn't even have Rage to begin with.
Alright, so that's a no.
Like I said, he's essentially playing a Barbarian, but he took the levels of Druid because they needed someone that can heal.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead.
What level are they?
Now, does it?
I think I leveled them up to level 8 just recently.
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades.
Yeah.
Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
Okay, how about this? A bottle of wine.
Commanders here, pal.
When identified,
Hand over those
a bottle of wine. When it drinks, you get a +2 bonus to your strength, but you lose -2 to dexterity.
Those grenades could have come
and
in
that
handy.
effect lasts.
If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah.
Let's see, about
there is something else.
5 minutes plus 1
worth a fortune.
Yeah, 5
Experimental
rounds.
technology, top of the
Yeah,
line.
5 rounds.
5 rounds is
Take it.
about
I don't
as
need it.
long as
I didn't
about
want anyone to get
most
hurt. Really, I'm
combats.
sorry.
10 rounds is over a minute. 5 rounds is like 30 seconds in-game combat because each round is like 6 seconds long.
Tell me about the
Might
Geth
be interesting.
attack.
We might write that
was
down.
quick.
Instead of wine, I can
1
always
minute
just
the
make a
ship was
potion.
descending, the next those Geth
Yeah.
were swarming over the
That's essentially
platform.
what you made. You
Thousands
made a
of them.
potion.
They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
I like to use I like to try and make up unique minor magic items to drop on them.
Tell
like
me about
these
this
rings.
mothership you saw.
Something they'll use.
I've never seen anything like it
at
before.
some point.
It was huge. Landed over near that platform.
They're
got
weak
dark
enough
as it
to
came
where they're
down.
not a big deal how many I drop on them at a time, but they're strong
making this
enough that
noise,
the players will look
this
at them like,
sound
hey, this is kind of useful.
bored right
Let
in
me
your
hold on to
brain.
this for a little while until I need it.
That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Like the Ring of Luck was the first one I came up with. I've already given it to them, and they really responded well to
Is there
that
anything
one.
else you can tell
they
me about
thought,
the beacon?
Wow, that's a really cool item.
They
Let me
brought
get
it
that.
here this morning.
I gave each of
We
them
loaded
one
it up onto
at
the train
beginning
and
of
shipped
one
it to
of
the
my
other platform.
sessions.
Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago.
I think
Feels
some
like
of them
a
might
whole
still
other
have
life.
those damn rings. I know one of them already used it, but I don't remember about the other two.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
I gotta tell me how to uncrouch when I already wanted to be crouch. Move forward, you two. Go, 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 go! Take them down! Wolverines! Oh, shit! Run away! Need my shield. Awesome.
You want to give Ashley some stuff?
What are you talking about?
She only has like one little sliver for shield.
Well, yeah, because she has no equipment. And unlike Hayden, she doesn't have electronics, so she can't get a huge boost to her shields from her skills. I don't have any equipment to give either of them. I don't use them. Remember when I said I use Rex and Holly? Well, yeah, I don't buy any equipment from the others. Die! Be gone, destroyer! Damn, it feels good to be awesome. Come on, you two. Like it's trying to tell me how to play the game. It's like, bitch, I already know what I'm doing. Fuck off. Looks like my own viewing of my stream keeps fucking up. Because every time I look over at it, I gotta refresh it.
That's been good for me.
Well, you're also not streaming the game at the same time, Carrie.
True.
Angry Sarah.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Man, someone should just give Saren a Snickers bar.
He's not him when he's hungry. But yeah, Sarah and like many Turians always look grumpy. Their anatomy just makes them look perpetually grumpy. Alright, let's
demolition
disarm
charges.
some disarm.
The Geth must have planted them.
Yeah, let's disarm some
Hurry!
bombs.
We need to find them all and shut them down.
Yeah, was on Insanity.
Why does it still say hardcore? No wonder. Damn you, game. I specifically told you to do it on Insanity. I was wondering why things were so much easier. The game lied to me, Kiri.
What?
Lied to me. It was on the hardcore instead of Insanity.
That's one difficulty down, right?
Yes. But you'd be amazed the huge difference in those difficulties.
Oh, I can
imagine.
imagine.
Be a little bit more challenging. God, thread the needle on this one guy. Ah, damn it. Got him. Yeah, just hold him off. I'll be over here disarming bombs. It's cool. Swiggity swoogie, I'm coming for this booty. do like in the third game, they add more of the weird husk creatures rather than just the humanoid ones. Keep things interesting.
Oh god, the Banshees in multiplayer at gold difficulty.
Oh man, fuck the Banshees. Fuck the Banshees hard. I hate those damn things.
I'll take the Brutes.
I'll take pretty much anything with the fucking Banshees. Seriously, they are fucking annoying. And they whine like little bitches. Fuck off, shut up. Everyone's got fucking problems. You're not special. Alright, let's investigate this thing.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Hey, what the hell? What are you doing? Hey! Get out of there! No! I'm the main character! Only I get to have weird things happen to me! Come to me, almighty plot!
Shepard!
I can see it!
Don't touch it!
From the coffin! Ah! My head! And thus a crisis was averted, preventing Ashley Williams from becoming the main focus of the game. Now our place as the main character is secured. Suck it, Williams. You bitch.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor! Dr. Chakwas!
Where am I?
He's waking up.
What's going on? Who are you people?
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I feel like somebody ran my ass over.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
Much like
I
the
better add this
plot.
to my
Oh!
report.
Just
It
kidding.
Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Fuck 'em.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Yeah. Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
I saw
I'll be
synthetics.
Yeah. Okay.
Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
Hand back
It's
for a
not
couple
that
seconds.
easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his
status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, I'm back. I decided to make a quesadilla instead of a sandwich. I see a Zahn has joined us. Hi, Zahn.
Hello.
Do you know what we're doing?
Mass Effect.
Yes. Did it literally take you that long to look it up?
What?
Did you, like, open it up to the side and be like, shit, what is he doing?
No, I just like, oh, Shendu streaming.
What are your opinions of Mass Effect as a whole?
You
like the game series?
I haven't played much of it. The universe seems interesting.
You've never played the game?
I played like 2 hours of the first game.
Wow. So this is all a whole
Yes,
new
Commander?
adventure for you right now.
Is there
isn't it?
something you need?
Pretty much.
Rock on, sit back and enjoy.
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implant.
I really miss having a second screen. It was nice.
Sometimes there are complications.
Why'd you go back to only having one?
What kind of
Because it's my mother's room. My mother is no longer away. So.
There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
What'd you go 2 screens? You never go back, Zahn. Why would you go back?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe.
I at least have the excuse of
I
space.
figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel
Yes,
the
Zahn,
stars,
what's your excuse,
tending the
bitch?
wounds of tough soldiers with piercing
Or
eyes
like
and
not having 2
sensitive
monitors.
souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as as I'd imagined.
Poor.
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding
afford
the
it.
Traverse. And the Alliance
You know a lot of
always
good-looking
needs
women,
good
don't
doctors.
All my money goes to bills.
To do my part.
You know a lot of good-looking women, don't you?
Oh, wait, what? I think I may have missed... What was the question? I may have gotten that wrong.
No, the original question was about the monitors, but now I have a new question. You know a lot of good-looking women, don't you?
No.
Oh. Well, I guess you can't sell their body. You might as well start selling your body. Go get some money, boy.
Last time I did that, I got a video game out of it, and as nice as video games are, I can't really use that for much purposes.
One of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit
Zahn, this
wiped
is
out,
Ashley Williams.
and you never get
She's
used
a
to seeing
possible
dead
love
civilians.
interest in Mass Effect
But
1.
things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't have shown up.
Don't bother learning much about her, because I kill her in the end.
Yay! And then do you keep her eyes warm for lonely nights?
Thanks, Commander.
Nope.
I
Now I get jiggy with it with my
I was
alien
a little
companions.
worried about being assigned to the North. It's nice when someone makes you feel
But the dead are so willing. I just can't seem to say no.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine.
Well, I can kill them and keep their bodies.
Okay.
Not indie humans. You know what? No, I'll talk to him later. Gentlemen.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
This is Joker.
Good timing,
Funniest
Commander. I was
motherfucker
just
in this
about to
game
bring us
series.
into the Citadel. Their taxpayer money at work.
Almost everything he says is comedic gold.
Does he die?
Actually, no. He's one of the few people that stay with you, not only alive, but he sticks with you for the entire series. He is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
He's your most loyal crew member.
He's the only funny guy that took the advanced course on how not to die as a funny guy. There's usually those guys.
You also don't see
that-
him get out of that chair very often.
Of the Citadel fleet.
He's got shitty
I know what's
bonuses.
up there.
Why so touchy?
Do up.
I'm just saying you need fire.
He's like, I know what's out there. I ain't going out there.
Monster. Its main gun could rip
Well,
through
that
the
and he's got
barriers of any
shitty bone
ship in the
disease.
Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel.
Yeah, just give him some milk.
SSV Normandy requesting permission.
He has this thing called Frolic syndrome. It's a disease for inside the game. He's got it's essentially like brittle bone disease. His the bones in his legs are practically hollow.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
He has to wear leg bracers and walk with crutches to get up out of his chair. Or at least that's what they say in the first game, but in the third game you see him just bopping around like no problem.
This
So hides
is
the
an
leg braces
outrage!
underneath his
The
pants or
Council
something.
would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
Zahn,
They
this is
are.
Udina. He's a douche.
Sounds like you
Typical
convinced the
politician.
Council
Nobody
to give
likes
us
him.
assistance.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their
This is
On my
Anderson,
Renegade playthrough,
also,
he's like
the
counselor.
black man that we're staying next to. He's awesome. Anderson is amazing.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there.
He needs to be stopped. The council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander.
Well, he is President Keith David's great-grandchild.
For the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
I challenge you to find a flaw in that argument.
The CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations.
I am President
Otherwise,
Keith David's
the council might
grandchild.
use
Your
this as an
argument is
excuse
invalid.
to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Now, Kiri, your opinion on the elevators. Do you hate them as much as most people do?
I played it on the console, so that kind of gave me a bias against it.
Why does playing on the console or the PC have any difference in the elevators?
Well, in the console, they load a hell of a... the areas load a hell of a lot longer, so the elevators are longer.
Okay. Never noticed the difference in playing, but if you say so.
At least that's what I've noticed. In the PC, they go by very fast. And you're in the elevator for like, what, 7 seconds at most, maybe?
Never noticed, never counted.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted
With
right
great
now.
excitement, we like the L Corps. They are most interesting.
They're a race of Eeyores, almost.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Slight disagreement. They are not quite like Eeyore.
This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day,
Let's talk to the Volus here. Let's learn about their people and their cultures.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remarks.
What does that thing eat?
Don't be so rude, Dan.
Does he like have a filter?
At least introduce yourself.
Which one?
The big hunchback mother thing.
Oh, the L Corps? I don't fucking know.
Volus ambassador.
It looks like he would like filter krill into his mouth.
I'm gonna go emergency induction tube.
Good one, Carrie. I don't think the L Corps are able to use the emergency induction ports. Much like the Quarians can. Although, unfortunately for Zahn, he won't get that reference.
No.
You seem to have a bit
Okay,
of a...
Talia is a Quarian, and they have to wear these EVA suits.
Humans are
Short-
new to the
that's the short
Citadel,
version.
and yet the council has granted you
She was
great
getting
favor.
drunk, and she was using what she called the emergency induction port, which
Your
anyone else would
species
call
has
a straw.
always been granted many
She was so drunk, that's what she called it. She was like,
Volus
this is the
territory
emergency
expanded
induction
tenfold
port.
since coming
Yo,
to the Citadel.
tell you that's a straw. Emergency induction
We still have no real
port.
say
And then
in
she
the
passed.
decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is
What's that squat thing?
The little guy, he's a Volus.
In this
The
shared
best example I can
space,
think of is
I
think of
aid
like
my
the
fellow
Ferengi.
Volus
They're
when
very
I'm not
economical
being
people.
interrupted.
And then give them like a Darth Vader helmet. Because they can't survive in our atmosphere. Their atmosphere is like way denser and more toxic. They have like a really huge amount of CO2 versus oxygen.
Okay.
So they have to wear.
What
They
is it
also
you
have
do
to wear
here?
EVA suits.
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
They are also the first species
invited to the Council long before our species will.
As well as created
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
Standard economy.
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council.
They're the ones that created the universal banking system.
I've seen how this goes.
Ignore the Volus ambassador.
I've seen how this goes. Then ends up the blockades, and then the droid armies, and then the clone armies, and then all of a sudden Empire.
Actually, they don't have any form of military. They actually buy other military humans. Defense.
Although the Elcors do
their
use
version
droids.
of war is high-stakes negotiation of finances. They literally like trade and sell assets for tribal warfare. There, you can listen to this when I ask.
I'd like to know more
Volus.
about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Ask about their history.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Oh, the chair's being stupid.
Didn't let it show it suits man.
I'm trying to, but it's not wanting to cooperate.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yeah, I hope all that little
yes.
explanation of their
Good
history and
day,
culture was
EarthClan.
satisfactory for you there, Zahn. Let's talk about.
Please
Let's talk to the
greeting.
Elcor now.
Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These EarthClan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time.
And that was the Volus and the Elcor. I hope you enjoyed this educational moment of the other species of the game.
Yeah.
Let's go down here and talk to more people. Like this embassy.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Let's annoy her.
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Would have been nice if this game also included, like,
this is
the kind of like, if you're just trying to select an option after like 10 seconds or so, whoever you're talking to goes, like, are you okay, or something like that.
Yeah, they do that in other games.
What's that?
That was those games were made after Mass
guide
Effect
for the Citadel.
So
Feel free to access the terminal
weren't a thing
yourself.
that happened often yet.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrator.
I know, but could you just imagine, like, them asking, like, are you okay? Like, during, like, the end of this game?
You
They're
seem
like,
to
yo,
be distracted.
Commander, why are you just staring at me?
Embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics.
Say something! What
When
do you
represent
want from
trillions
me?
of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Alright, let's go this way. There's a high-class bar over here. And so, in case you're wondering, that last person we were just talking to, they're called the Asari.
Cool. They look like weird fish squid people.
I'm not exactly sure what to compare them to, but I guess that works. They're like super badass biotics, which is like psionic abilities in this game. The unique thing about the Asari is they're all women. All of them. They don't have any male gender equivalent.
How make babies?
They can reproduce with themselves, and they can also reproduce with any other species. However, every child they make is always an Asari. The idea is that they make a psionic link with those that they mate with, and then take bits and pieces from the father, quote-unquote, of the union, and the mother takes that and mixes it in to create an offspring. The two pairings of Asari, while very rare, still do occur. They're called purebloods. Most Asari, though, mate with other species. Pureblood is a derogatory term used more often than not.
Hello, Commander.
Yeah, this isn't like the Harry Potter world.
What have you got?
Pureblood isn't very good. It's actually derogatory.
Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium,
this Zon,
Shieras.
who we're talking to right now, is called a human.
If you need supplies, you can try the
very unusual species that you've never seen before.
Flux or Cora's den.
They look shitty. They look like some sort of hairless
Tell me
monkey.
about Flux and Cora's den.
Well, gambling and dancing certainly more.
As a matter of fact, where's their tail?
Cora's den, on the other
Tailless,
hand,
hairless monkey.
Let's just say it's livelier and deadlier.
See,
they have short lifespans and they smell. And they're so warlike, they always blow shit up.
She entertains clowns.
You know what?
They're so mean and aggressive and arrogant.
Most of the diplomats.
They just look like the shitty copy of Terrans. Oh, Terrans, so much better.
Very comfortable, but also very respected.
Goodbye.
Why are they different colors? That doesn't make any sense. Like such a wide.
Actually, Asari have a wide variety of skin tones as well. Now here's two of them right here. One's like aqua blue, and the other one's like more navy blue.
See, but that's blue, blue, and blue. That one dude like chocolate brown, the other dude is like pasty white.
It's a purple Asari as well.
Relax, Private. This is
you meet one Asari that's purple.
Sorry.
Although they
what can I do
pretend
for you,
like they're blue in the second game. It's like, your usual skin color is blue. You were only green when you were under control of the Thorian. It's like, no, she wasn't. She was fucking purple. Bitches, learn your fucking colors.
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
I like this one guy. He turns out, he's like, "What are you? Oh shit, Commander! I'm sorry.
Works here as
please don't hate me."
That is, she helps people with things.
Too late.
You see her, did you, Fredericks?
It's like, please forgive me for being rude to you, Commander. Don't court-martial my ass for being rude to a superior officer.
To go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Let's talk to this guy. He's called a Turian.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you.
Very rigidly military-like species.
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough.
Very, like, by-the-rule kind of people.
It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel.
They good
Was there
cops
something
and
you needed,
soldiers.
Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not
Looks
yet.
like a baby-faced reptile.
Eager to take all the power you can get.
This is also
Council
executive
wants to
Paladin.
make
He's
humanity
head of
their new
C6
favorite
Securities,
pet.
which
That's
is
their
the police
business.
force of the
But I
Citadel.
don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we
what?
get.
Good.
Is he a dick?
And fight for it. But don't expect the rest
he's
of us to
not
just sit
the
back and let you
friendliest
take it.
person, but
I'm a busy
he
man,
doesn't go out of
Commander.
his way to
Are we
be an
done here?
asshole.
Okay, cool.
What do you
So
know
you
about
can kind of take your
Spectres?
pick on that
They're
one.
the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right.
I said
you
bend,
expect
not
us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best
Well,
to
time
find
to check
and
on the
punish anyone
dinosaurs.
who breaks the law. Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
Sir, do you realize that you have your teeth exposed on the side of your mouth?
Be accountable.
We should get that looked into.
He's got these weird mandible things on the side of his face.
But because he's a Spectre,
usually
the
cover
Council
that.
doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind
You
of
can only
person
see
this
it. You only
galaxy
are able to
needs?
see it because of the angle of the camera.
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry.
So, I'm guessing Ark has had a major update in the recent while?
Has it? I haven't played it in a while.
I
I got kind of bored with it for a little while.
It just told me that, like, you need a 23 gigabytes of...
Interesting. You know, I just remembered something. Kiri, we never did finish our conversation about those elevators. We got distracted by other stuff. What were your opinions on the elevators?
Well, on the 360, the elevators were slow because you had to load as a load screen. On the PC, they load a lot faster.
Well, I mean, did you like riding in them, or did you like hate elevators for like all That they were like the worst abominations of all time, like the general consensus of the community.
So are you a person or a
The only real annoyance I had with them was just how long you'd be on them for. And usually it's just like, after a while, everything just repeats, like, with conversations and stuff.
This level of the Citadel.
See,
I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters.
Those are illegal.
At this level, you can see the Citadel Tower,
like
where the
virtual
intelligence.
they only are smart enough. They're only smart as they were programmed to be. Whereas an AI has the ability to learn. VIs do not. They're like in between a basic computer program and a person. Virtual intelligence. Like if you try, like they can't go outside of what they're programmed to do, and they have no real self-awareness.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all
Whereas
regions
an AI
of the
does
Citadel,
have self-awareness.
though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
If
My
you ask
code
it
is
for a
limited to
personal opinion, it
information
goes, "I'm
and
not
simple
programmed for that."
interaction simulations.
That's the main difference between a VI and an AI. They're not
How come the
self-aware,
Volus
and
were the
they
first
only,
species
and they
given
can
an
only
embassy?
work with inside their
In
program.
the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus
However,
were,
sometimes
apart from
the
Usari
line
and
between the two
Solarians,
gets
the most
blurred.
populous and widespread species in
VIs
Citadel
can often
space.
gain self-awareness
They
and become
established
true
many
AIs.
new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining
Which, in the Mass Effect world, AIs are
in
illegal.
recognition of their work
Any form
to
of research
expand
on AIs
interstellar
is
trade and establish a standardized
strictly
galactic economy.
and
The Volus were
very
granted
heavily
an embassy
monitored.
here on
Only
the
a very-
Citadel.
Only like one or two companies even have licensing to even do AI research, and only under the most strictest of circumstances.
Why weren't they made a council race?
What's the reason?
Have extensive
Have you ever seen
They
any
must
sci-fi
provide
movie
personnel
ever
and
involving
ships
AI?
For the Citadel fleets. They
Not really. There was this one, it was called War of the Stars or something, I don't know.
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous
Pretty much
burden
that's
of a species
kind of the reason.
unable to meet
Any
these
sci-fi
obligations.
movie involving
The
AI
embassies
usually
allow
ends with
lesser
the AIs
species
taking
to have
over
a
and killing
voice on the
people.
Citadel.
That's pretty damn
So apparently they all watching one like, we gotta make sure that not happens.
Offended you. Please submit all
Pretty
formal
much.
complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Oh, yeah, so I was trying to get oil in that game. Not a great time for
Can
me.
you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally,
Which
the
game?
Council consisted
In
of
Ark. I died
representatives
like
from
twice.
the Usari and Solarians. The the two dominant species in
get oil.
Citadel space. Roughly
Sounds terrible.
1,304 galactic standard
Both times was me trying to get back up. Because even though I had the beaver, I don't have enough oxygen.
Oh god.
Since then, the three council
If I get down there, I'm like, well, I only have a quarter left. So I'm like, well, I'll just make sure I die somewhere nice. Because now we have a nice little beacon.
Yeah, it's amazing how close things like megalodons are now. You notice that?
There must be problems somewhere in
Yeah, I did notice they've been getting closer to the beach when I last played.
Kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple
Now, speaking of which,
interaction
how are the
simulations.
dinosaurs? Are the plants dead? Are the dinosaurs still alive? You know, that jazz.
We had an attack by a couple of Allosauruses. They kind of damaged a bit of the greenhouse, but...
that can easily be fixed.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pipes have been
right?
fixed, so we at least still have water going through.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using
So,
Avina.
is the
Please enjoy your visit to the
greenhouse fixed or
Citadel.
not?
The greenhouse? No, I don't have the Ingrams for glass and stuff.
Are the plants okay, though?
They seemed okay, yes. I repaired the pipes, so they at least still had water.
What about the plant turrets? Are they still okay?
Oh, they're shooting.
Awesome.
Not sure how they kept missing those sources, though.
They weren't. They were hitting. The turrets are incapable of missing. They always hit the target.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
Let's go talk to the Asari consort.
Wow.
Welcome. I am Nailina.
This update says it's going to take 18 days.
Clients today. Would you like me to
what?
see
Oh, wait,
when
no.
the consort will be able to meet with you?
And the update will take 18 days.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek
See
the
you
consort
guys
services.
in the beginning of September.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
3 to 4 months? Fuck you, lady.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name.
I've seen a lot of memes on this Mass Effect game.
Do what?
I see a lot of memes for this game.
Oh,
Mass
yes,
Effect.
Mass Effect, the series, has a lot of memes. One of the most common ones is, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel. Because in the second game, you can, like, convince some of the shop owners to... Oh my god, Zahn, your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway. Yes. You can convince some of the shop owners in the second game to give you a discount, but they require you to record an advertisement for you. So you lead in, you say, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel. And you can do that to like 5 or 6 different shops. Well, each shop sells something different. You got your weapons shop, you got your fucking tech shop, your biotic shop, gift shop, something like that.
So, when people come up and say, wait, how can all these be your favorite shops? I'm like, well, they all sell different things.
Well, yeah. This is my favorite gun shop. This is my favorite tech shop. This is my favorite armor shop.
It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What
Because
exactly
they're all
attend
different
to?
types of shops, so they don't.
Well,
they're not in actual
acolyte
direct
has her
competition
unique
with each other
abilities.
at all.
Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
The oracle?
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done.
Nice ass, just saying.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future.
She does. She has a bit of a tough face.
Melina.
Or maybe that's just the
That's her
lighting.
right there. Hold on, wait.
Send
Right
the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Then
Yes,
she walks
of course,
away, you get a
mistress.
nice view of her ass. There it is. Oh,
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
so I get to jump to the head of the line and go see the consort.
That dress.
Dead ass.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier...
Yeah, this is going to seem racist. They all look the same.
Actually, all sorry do look the same. With the slight change, with the slight difference in their skin tones, they really do all look the same.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy.
You think that's
too
bad?
much
Wait
to
till
go
you see
into the details.
Quarians, like large groups
If he
of
wishes
Quarians.
to tell
and
you
try
what
and pick
happened,
the
that is his
differences
prerogative.
between the two. I mean, Quarians are the ones who all do look the same because they all wear the exact same type of EVA suit. With the exception of Tali in the second game. She gets a slightly different looking one, so you can pick her out from the crowd.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Okay. Bye, bitch. Deuces.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
Behold, the mighty statue of Krogan. Oh.
If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big, right?
Hard to believe the Krogan were once seen as the saviors of the galaxy.
Let's talk to Govina and learn the history about this Krogan statue.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services.
The fucking Krogan
to
are like the
exclusive
single
clientele.
coolest fucking race in this
The
entire
statue
game,
you
and they're
see
one of my
before
personal
you
favorites.
Was commissioned to honor the
I
Krogan soldiers
love
who gave
the
their
Krogan.
lives to
They
protect
are so
Citadel
amazing.
space
I
during
love
the
talking to
Rachni
Krogan.
Wars.
I love dealing with the
aftermath
Krogan.
of the
I love
Krogan
learning about the
rebellions,
Krogan.
Several
They're my
embassies
favorite.
petitioned to have the statue removed. However,
I'm just saying, like, Krogan just sounds like a frog would say. Krogan.
Krogan. That's actually not too far off. They're like this reptilian-like species. I mean, they're kind of like they're like bipedal humped back lizards. That's what they are. Now get this, Krogan. Big warrior culture. They have not one, not two, but 3 separate organ systems.
Jeez.
They have like 3 hearts, 3 pairs of lungs, 3 stomachs, like all of their organ systems they have 3 sets of. And they have high tissue regenerative abilities. These are hard to kill motherfuckers. They also have really thick armor plating scales on their body. Really thick armor plates on their foreheads and on their backs and stuff like that. They're really big and they're really fucking strong. Now you slap some space weaponry into their hands and you got yourselves one hell of a badass.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical...
You need to tell me when one pops up so I can take a look at it.
The Council also
you won't see very many of them
in
the first game.
With the Krogan,
much like with the Quarians, you only ever see one, and those are your 2 crewmates, which
the Krogan
is
refused
Rex,
to negotiate,
like
and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Sounds like they got what they deserved.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
And trust me, you'll be able to pick out a Krogan from a crowd very easily. But not a lot of them hang out in the Citadel. They actually don't have an embassy anymore. They're not really part of the whole galactical society as a whole.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago,
which you'll find out why
seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Oh yeah, I also got to mention, the Krogan can breed like muskrats. So they could literally create an army in the matter of days.
That sounds...
Yeah, a single Krogan female can give birth to thousands of Krogans at a time.
And your mic.
Mike.
Sorry.
However, they don't have that quite as high birth rate anymore. Now they only get 1 in every 1,000 due to the genophage, which is a biological, chemical spray down of their virility to quell their numbers down due to the Krogan rebellions.
Was it really necessary?
Which was about 1,000 years earlier.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature
For that, they were
goes
heroes
beyond
of the
my
galaxy by
programming.
defeating the Rachni. Because they were the only ones that could survive on the hugely toxic worlds of the Rachni planets.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan began to expand. Blessed with their strength and high birth, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni. Then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic.
A lot of the Origin store stuff that has stuff on sale.
Yeah, I actually got the whole series for sale for like $30. And
That's
I
all
got
for now.
DLC, and I got the
using
DLC for the
Have a
first game for
pleasant
free
day.
added onto it. Of course, I had to buy the DLC for the second and third game separately, but they're not too expensive. Let's talk to the shopkeeper.
Ah, human.
This Zon
This
is
one
a
is
Hanon.
greatly pleased to see you here
They're
in my
very
decadent
strange
emporium.
creatures. I'm not sure where to begin to describe how strange
Who are
these
you?
things are. They're weird jellyfish creatures that talk
This
through
one's
this
face
weird
name is Delaninder,
bioluminescent
though many in this place simply
telepathy-like
refer to it as
abilities.
Delan. Please take time to examine the fine
They're like
goods it
super
has for
fucking
purchase,
polite,
all
and
of great worth.
they always refer to themselves as this one rather than me. They don't use like personal pronouns. They talk about themselves in like third person because they consider talking about oneself in first person is rude. Here, he'll tell you about their speech pattern.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Alright.
Show me your items.
Let's see the items.
Oh, this one is pleased to
This one's face name.
You will not be
Yeah,
disappointed.
face name. They have more than one name. They have a face name and then they have a soul name. The face name they give to, you know, people like you and I. Their soul name they give to only very intimate individuals. Very close, intimate relationships are where they exchange soul names. So lovers are like really, really, really close friends. Standard items. Let's see, Sarah's Council license, Delvin Industrials license, Sarah Foundation license.
Show me your items.
Show me
Oh, this one is
upgrades.
pleased to do so.
Ooh, give me that. Ooh, and give me that. And
Show me your
let's
items.
just go ahead and look
Oh,
at
this one is
non-human
pleased to do
arms.
so, Hugh.
Nothing. Good okes. Let's travel on. Let's go inside here. Let's talk to Barlavan!
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barlavan. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds
pretty
shady.
Everything
Like
I
Slim
do
Shady.
falls
The
completely
real
within
Slim
the
Shady.
bounds of interstellar commerce
You can
law.
jump up.
Even so, many of my clients would prefer their
That's right. I
transactions
just made that
remain
reference.
undisclosed.
That's an
For
oldie.
example, suppose
what?
a Hanar ambassador was
That's
petitioning
an
the
oldie.
council to reduce tariffs on
Yep.
Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Behold, a large statue of a relay. What does it do? Nobody knows. It's just a statue.
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
You know, art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Statue of one of the mass relays. Purely aesthetic. Has no bearing on this game whatsoever. No importance at all.
Good.
Anyone who's played this game knows I'm
Look
full
at
of
that
shit.
bug thing over there.
Oh, okay then. I was gonna say, it kind of looks like a beam sword from Halos.
Yeah, what it is, it's a statue of a mass relay, but later you realize it actually is a mass relay. Mass relay being the ways that we use to space travel from one end of the galaxy to the other end of the galaxy. They're like teleporting FTL pathway things. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know enough about science fiction to give you a better explanation than that. This thing is a keeper. We literally know absolutely nothing about keepers. And I'm not joking. That's like one of the staples of the game. This is like, what are the keepers? We don't know. How did they get here? We don't know. What are they doing here? We don't know.
Were they here before us?
Yeah, they've always been here. The theory is they were one of the original species that were dominated by the Reapers and then used as tools. So each cycle of civilizations that discovered the Citadel can use the Citadel without actually understanding its full functions, because the Keepers literally take care of all of it. They run around and they do maintenance and they fix things and they clean things. But if you interfere with them and try to stop them, they'll self-destruct. So you're not allowed to mess with them.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay.
Which is not special at all. Don't be fooled.
The enigmatic
There's
caretakers of
nothing
the
about
Citadel,
that
working
statue
on a
that's
control
special.
panel.
It has no bearing on the game.
You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Incarceration and rehabilitation. Jesus. Fucking future is hardcore.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion
know the secret of it.
Academics and scholars.
I can make all the scholars look like fools because
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these pieces.
Shendu, you're metagaming.
Though they are essential to the
I'm able to
operation
predict
and
the future
maintenance
because
of
I've
the
played
entire
this game over
station.
1,000,000 times.
Citadel regulations protect the keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The keepers also make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials...
I'm gonna go out and get some dinner.
Okay, bye-bye, Carrie.
Love you. Have fun. Kill the Zemus.
A handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous.
Especially since they're gonna shake all your credits for that Xenu stuff.
That's all for now.
Xeno.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Alright, Zon, we're about to go and talk to the council. Do you know who the council is?
No, but they sound like dicks.
Why do they sound like dicks?
Because the council. Anytime there's a council, that means there's politicians. And when there's politicians, they are dicks.
Okay. Flawless logic here. The council are the governmental body that maintains control of Citadel space. Citadel being, you know, what we are in right now. The Citadel is the large space station we're on, and the area of its control is Citadel space, which is about half the galaxy. The council are the governmental body made up of 3 different representatives from the main council species, that being the Turians, the Asari, and the Solarians. They are the only 3 species on the council at the moment, though. Because the Asaris were the ones who first discovered the Citadel, and they formed an alliance with the Solarians through various forms of cooperation, and eventually they invited the Turians after they were discovered, after their contribution to the galaxy as a whole, into the council, and they've maintained this three-way alliance council-like body since then. All other species are only granted embassies and become ambassadors. That being the Volus, the Elcor, the Quarians back when they used to have one, the Krogan back when they used to have one. Those two species do not have an embassy anymore. The humans at this moment, by the end of the first game, we get our spot on the council. Spoilers. Forgetting other species. The Vorcha never had one. The Geth obviously never had one. That's an inorganic species anyway. The Batarians, I think, used to have an embassy, but they don't have one anymore. Hanar, there we go. The Hanar have an embassy. Damn, there's a lot of alien species I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of people. I think I got all of them off the top of the head. Regardless, let's go talk to them. But yes, the decisions of the council affect all species within Citadel space, including us.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
This is Garrus Vakarian, the coolest Turian you will ever meet, ever. He's my bro.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him.
He becomes a part
Something
of my
about him
later.
rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Let's go talk to the council and prove Zahn's theory correct, that they're totally dicks. Because they're politicians. You ready for this, Zahn?
Alright.
Pay close attention to their massive douchebaggery. Oh, and we also get to see how much of a douche Saren is. Saren is a racist prick. He hates humans.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
He's a Spectre, unfortunately.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Fuck you too, asshole. By the way, Zahn, in case you've missed it, the Spectres are a special task group that work directly in the Council Citadel Council. It stands for Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. They're like covert shadow agent wet work people.
Okay.
Yeah, they're given like unlimited authority and jurisdiction, and their jobs are to maintain galactic stability at any cost. They answer only to the Council. They can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. And that's what Saren is right now, so it's impossible to prove that he totally destroyed he totally was involved in killing Nihilus, another Spectre who was with us at the beginning of the game, and invading Eden Prime due to the fact that he's a Spectre. it's our word against his, and unfortunately they trust their Spectre before they trust some, random human.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something
Shadow
about
Broker
Saren,
also is the name of
but
the
his
best
information won't
DLC
come cheap.
that's ever been made, that I've ever played, that we get to hang out with in the second game.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago.
I'll be right back.
I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street.
I'm back.
They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests, no more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals, people who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Nobody knows.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Alrighty, let's go hunting for evidence against good old buddy Saren. Ready for this, Zon? Ready to go play Spycraft?
Yay.
Yay, indeed.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
Not enough data yet. No, I'm waiting to speak.
Commander?
Hey, you!
On. It's just standing there. What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
So, what were you doing to that Keeper there, buddy?
Yes, is there something you want?
No, just want
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Questions.
Keepers? I've got no interest in the Keep.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Why not?
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes,
go scan all
I have
the
much work
Keepers.
myself.
This is
So
one of the
long,
more tedious
and
quests.
good
You
luck
want to know
with
why,
the
Zon?
Right.
Because you gotta scan the Keepers. There's like 20 of them. There's like 21 of them throughout the entire Citadel, and you gotta run around and find them because they don't tell you where they are. Luckily, I've done this enough time, I kind of remember pretty much where all of them are. So it's not too difficult for me to do. Very first time, though, oh my god, it was a pain in the ass. I literally had to search every square inch of the entire fucking Citadel. And the Citadel's a really big fucking place, in case you were wondering. That's a lot of ground to cover. But every time you scan one, you get a little experience and some money. So yay, cash. Scat man.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
You know, I just realized, I think I just finally realized why the Volus are not a part of the Council, even though they were instrumental in creating a galactic standard economy.
Why?
Their government is too unstable.
It's too... Oh, right, it's too fluid.
Yeah, because of their culture, it's constantly changing and fluctuating. You can't have someone like that on a council. If the councilman would change like every other week.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural.
Unless they were to, like, specially assign someone. And be like, doesn't matter what happens, this dude stays like this. Which would be against the culture.
Constant change and malleableness is entirely part of what they do. It wouldn't work. I finally cracked the code why the Volus is never part of the council. I am amazing.
Yeah.
You should all worship me as though I were a god.
Okay, I guess I'll start sacrificing women in your name then.
No, don't waste women. Do the gods instead.
Okay, hide the bodies, hide the bodies.
You will have to recreate more women, Zahn. Procreate immediately.
We're out of women.
Find more, and begin procreation to create more.
No, like, systematically, every woman in the world is now dead. I had everyone ready with knives right beside ladies for this occasion.
I see. To the cloning lab. We must create more women to continue our procreation. That's
way ahead of you.
Excellent.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
What do you mean mix up DNA? What do you mean?
I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something.
This is why Zahn was not the Master of Science during the Shendu Empire.
I guess they can have cat ears.
This is why Seawall became Master of Science in the lore of the Shendu Empire rather than Zahn. Zahn, what position did you hold in the Shendu Empire? I forget.
I'm an intern.
Be expensive.
It changed from week to week. I was an intern, I guess.
You kind of went everywhere.
These are exceptional circumstances.
Yeah, sometimes I was an inquisitor, sometimes I was checking things out, sometimes I was a builder.
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
You were like my personal assistant. I would just be like, I need this done. You'd be like, okay.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No, and then, like, just like a couple hours later, I forgot to add a limit to that order. No, son, no! Oh, well.
Turning on him doesn't make sense.
I forgot to add stipulations. Oh God, no! Why?
Mistake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it, a Krogan mercenary.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price.
Oh, by the way, how did your D&D session go?
I heard he was
I discovered that my party is way stronger than I initially thought they were. Since I dropped a lot of loot on them recently. I'm from the old days where
isn't it strange that
I didn't get a lot of loot from my DMs back in the day, so because they were like super
I doubt
stingy.
The visit was entirely his choice.
So I had been forgetting in the last like 5 or 6 sessions or so to give them actual loot so they could buy equipment and stuff like that.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
In
Most
the
people
session
think I deal in
before
finances,
last, I gave them
but
some
my real
ways of
currency
getting
is
some more
knowledge.
loot, and they ended up getting about 100,000
and it has
gold
made me very wealthy.
total.
The Shadow Broker is
which
the
they
true
split
master.
amongst themselves.
Every day he buys and sells secrets that could
300
topple
platinum
governments,
on them as well.
always giving them to the highest bidder.
See, I dropped like this item that they were able
But
to sell
somehow
for
he
about
never
100,000
seems to
gold.
upset the
'Cause
natural balance of power.
I wanted them to work for it a little
All
bit. I
those
just didn't want to
secrets
drop
being
like
passed
giant
around
bags
seem
of
to
gold
even
on them.
out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
But, regardless, they went and they bought a bunch of cool magic items and equipment and all that stuff.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know.
And then in the last session, I had them fight some stuff, and
gender.
Daniel, who was playing the fighter, nearly one-shotted my boss.
How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time?
Oh, jeez.
How else could
he was
they
able to
keep
do
all
60
that
damage in a
information
single
from
turn,
getting
and the boss only had 76
But they've
health.
got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind.
Of course,
But
I
no
just
matter how
artificially
long you play,
change stats in the
no
middle of
matter
a
how many
battlefield.
secrets
In the
you
middle of a
buy,
battle, if I feel
you'll
like
never
it's not
win.
challenging enough or it's too challenging, which is what I did. He lasted like 3 more rounds after he actually technically died.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander.
But my brother got
I'll leave
some
that
like cold enchantment on his weapon, since he's fighting a lot of fire people. He's thinking ahead.
I should go.
Brian, who's playing the Rogue
Commander.
Scout character, bought like some Dragon High bracers that give him increased fire resistance because you're fighting a lot of fire people. So he got like some boots and some other stuff like that. And then Daniel got special ice glove things that allow him to shoot ice beams at people. Because again, fire people. And he also got like a vampiric enchantment on his dagger. So now he can heal himself while he's becoming the Ginsu Blender, which is what we refer to him as. Because this motherfucker can unleash a shit ton of damage in a single full attack. Because he gets like 4 attacks in a single round, and all of his daggers do quite a significant amount of damage. He's got like he does like a plus 10 damage on top of his daggers due to all of the weapon spec feats that he's got. And he can add his intelligence mod on top of his strength mod into the damage because he took levels in Swashbuckler, and Swashbuckler has a feat called Insightful Strike, which allows him to add intelligence into his damage on top of the strength modifier damage. So yeah, he does like plus 10 to plus 12 points of damage on top of the D4 he rolls. Where am I going? Oh, now I remember. But they have also increased a lot of. They've also put a lot of enchantments and gotten special items for various things, like on their armor and whatnot. So my brother, as a druid, is sitting at an AC of 22. It was like 21, 22, something like that.
I told you before, you're not allowed in here.
Brian is sitting at 23, except when he moves 10 feet, he gets his skirmisher bonus, which increases it to 24.
Refuses to listen to reason.
And
Why can't it act
Daniel
in an
is
orderly
sitting
and
at a
lawful
23,
manner?
except when he's dual wielding his 2 weapons, which gives him a +1 due to 2-weapon defense. So he's sitting at a 24. So you can imagine how I need to upscale some of these damn enemies against them. They have ridiculously high ACs, and they do ridiculously high amounts of damage between the 3 of them.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
Okay, gotta go, and I'll be back in a moment. I recommend Rust Monsters.
To follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of
wow,
the
you're kind
Why
of
don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the jelly, but my superior has requested.
Come on, they gotta be smart. Have an encounter that has Rust Monsters there, so they have to take off all of their metal stuff.
Actually, only... Well, one's a druid, and he doesn't wear metal.
Well, exactly. They're going to rely on that druid.
Hold on. Let me finish. The fighter doesn't wear metal armor. He wears leather. And so does the rogue. He's playing a dex fighter. He uses daggers and wears lighter armor, but he still has a shit ton of AC due to the fact of his various feats and high dex. He has like a 20 dex.
Okay.
He rolled really good, and he got really good modifiers. He has like a 20 dex and a 20 intelligence.
Boys.
Because he uses both his dex and his intelligence for a lot of the stuff he does.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okadokis.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Yeah, technically a rust monster would only hurt one of them, because only one of them actually uses anything involving metal. The druid wears bone armor and uses a bone club and a sluglin, which is this weird staff made of
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon.
The other one wears leather armor and uses a crossbow.
Do you desire to learn
the
of the
fighter wears leather
Enkindlers?
armor and uses daggers.
Or
So
has
the daggers are the
Honorable
only thing
CSEC
in
officer
threat.
enlisted assistance? Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers? The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Sup, Ryan?
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness? The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races. The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws. This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
This is Mass Effect, Ryan. I'm surprised you don't recognize it. Have you never played Mass Effect? Or seen it? I would have figured that everybody would be able to recognize Mass Effect by now. It's been out for a long-ass time.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Wow. You must have lived under a rock then, Ryan. Well, regardless, sit back and enjoy the game. You're only 3 hours late from when I started, but you can always catch the archive later.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
You live in a prison underneath a rock, right? That's deep in the ocean floor.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
If you expect to get me in a tinfoil miniskirt and thigh-high boots, I want dinner first. Sir.
That will be enough, Chief.
At ease, Lieutenant. I can't see her in a skirt anyway.
Damn straight you can't.
Ready to move out, sir.
What is the storyline of the game? So far, what has happened in terms of this game is we were sent on a super secret mission to go retrieve this beacon of ancient alien technology on this colony world called Eden Prime. We got there, shit was going crazy. There's these weird robot creatures called the Geth that were blowing shit up, fucking things up, and this Turian Spectre being the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, which is this super secret shadow organization thing. Long story on that. Named Saren. Saren was invading Eden Prime and destroying the colony in order to obtain this beacon. We happened to be able to get to it, and we were given this strange vision of weird sentient machine creatures destroying the organic life. Right now we're trying to prove that Saren did in fact attack Eden Prime so that he can be disbarred from the Spectres and we can have him arrested. We are trying to find evidence in order to prove it, because right now the Council does not accept the evidence we have presented to them.
Commander Shepard? I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
I better not. Let's go in here.
You should be careful who you say that around.
It's out of my hands, Rachel. I'll bring her back in a second.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
She left too. Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. It's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
What can you tell me about the sisters working for you?
Well, Jenna left to work at Cora's den. Now her sister Rita is all worried she might be in some kind of trouble. Not much chance Jenna will change her mind, though. She's a stubborn one. If she wanted to come back, I'd take her in a second. The customers loved her.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Start another side quest. Scan this keeper right here.
Somebody rigged this machine to funnel credits through the system. Trace a signal.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this mod.
Look,
Best place on this...
Hello, Earth Clan.
What colony?
But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
I don't know why I just skipped that part of the conversation. It was just instinct, I suppose.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent.
Let's see. Anything interesting? Yes, he does. Licenses. Alright, I need to get up in just a minute. We'll be right back. Right after these messages. There we go. Okay, I'll be back. After these messages. After these messages. Bye. on. Out. I am positive I like my furniture exactly. Oh god, the stairs. They're so hard to run. Alright, folks, I'm back. Stupid chair. Let's talk to this Conrad Werner person.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again!
Let's talk to the shopkeep down here and see if we can find some interesting items for them. Grenades.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes? Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good thing.
Here it is. Metagel upgrades.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You...
Wow. Let me see something on that armor. That's what she could. Find one with just as good stats, but at a higher value. At a higher level value.
That's him.
Wrecked, bitch. Where the fuck is it going?
I've lost shield.
There he goes.
Now it gets fun. Those were sounds, man.
Clear.
Now, let's go inside Coruscant.
I see why this place is so popular. It's got quite the, view.
Hey, Lieutenant, put your tongue back in your mouth before you trip on it. 1,000,000 light years from where humanity began, and we walk into a bar filled with men drooling over half-naked women, shaking their asses on a stage. I can't decide if that's funny or sad.
What? You don't think they're here because of the food?
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Charming girl.
Indeed. Very charming.
Commander. What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
So if you feel that way, then why spread lies about her?
Because she rejected me! Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ah, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
I don't think it could hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort, even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right, I'll go to her, after I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the L-Corps.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Foreshadowing.
Hard to imagine a general like that getting so upset about a woman.
That's because you don't understand women, Kate.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian CSEC officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard, still trying to bring Saren down, huh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Is there something I should know about the captain?
The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it.
Now, technically he was
his
the
mission
first
so
hero
bad
and
they
it
took
was
him out. Of
He
course,
hadn't become a
blamed
Spectre yet.
Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Hey, Seamus Smith, what's up?
Why should I believe a drunk like you?
Fine, ask Anderson. I bet he tells you. He's too stupid and proud to lie right to your face.
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes. If you got them, you Might as well spread them around.
You're a pig.
Just noticed that now, did you?
Why'd they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. Bet it's a good story, though. The heroes fall. Classic tragedy.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre?
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
What did you just say?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
What was that about?
I guess we'd better go find out.
Let's go get Rex, my favorite crewman. Let's go recruit him. Then we'll go and get Garrus, and then we'll go deal with Fist and get Tally. Scan this keeper all the way through. That's to Texas. Presidium. C6 this way.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Aku's. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much, figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Buddy Rex here, and then we'll call it a night because it's getting late.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
I love Rex. You want me to arrest you? I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Yes, human.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Cora's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
What did he do?
He betrayed the Shadow Broker. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
What does Saren have to do with this?
Well, the Quarian has something that connects Saren to the Geth. He paid Fist a small fortune for her.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Saren might already have her.
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
I want to know more about your employer.
Can't tell you much. All I got was a coded message with the details of the job. Standard procedure.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
Right, let's do the leveling for Rex here real fast. button wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Alright folks, I hope you all enjoyed this lovely playthrough that I've started of Mass Effect. I hope to see you all next time I stream. Until then, this is Shendu, signing off. Take care, everyone.